Hey Brandon, I want to help you with this quiz. So I've made some notes here that to go over. So for this quiz, most of your questions are going to have at least two answers. They'll all have at least two. Most are going to have three. Two of them will be in point slope form, and then that extra one will be converted into slope intercept. Then, just as a reminder, down here we have your I have your formulas written. Your y minus y1 equals m, which is your slope, parenthesis x minus x1. And then just to kind of refresh your memory as well, your slope intercept is y equals mx plus b. We always have to get y by itself, and that's how we're going to get that extra third answer. So I went ahead and made an example, badly drawn, as I will say, because I am not a good drawer at all. But here is our Cartesian coordinate. And the 2 points are -3, 3, and -1, -3. And it gives us the slope as a -3. This problem is actually one from one of the quizzes that you took. So if we take our first point, -3, 3, we break it into x1 and y1, and then we substitute those into our formula, then that's going to give us y minus 3 equals a -3 parenthesis x plus 3 parenthesis. For your second answer, if we take that second point, which is a -1, -3, and make that an x1, y1, that'll give us y plus 3. Remember, the reason that that's a plus 3 is because we would have y minus a -3. So when you have minus a negative, it's going to make that a positive. So make sure that you're aware of that. So minus a negative, make that a positive 3, equals our slope, which is a -3, parenthesis, x plus 1. And again, that's a plus 1 because it would be minus a -1. Now, here's that third answer. You can use either one of these equations, and we'll look at that in depth a little in a minute. But I went ahead and I used this last one here. So we're going to use this equation. The y plus 3 equals a -3 x plus 3. So first thing you're going to do is use that distributive property. Okay? So we'd have y plus 3 equals, and then use that distributive property. So -3 times x gives you a -3x, and a -3 times 1 gives you a -3 times 1 gives you a -3. So then your new equation, once you got rid of your parentheses, is y plus 3 equals -3x minus 3. Now, as you see down here, your y-intercept equation, y is by itself. So that means we have to get rid of this plus 3. And the way we do that, the opposite of plus 3 would be minus 3. So if I subtract 3 from here, I have to come over here and subtract 3. So that would cancel this out, which leaves me y by itself here. We bring down our minus 3x because we don't do anything to it. And then I have to subtract 3 from here, and a -3 minus 3 leaves me a -6. So my third answer for this question would be y equals -3x minus 6. So all three answers for this question would be the ones that we went over. Okay? So we'd have this answer, this one, and that one. Okay? Now, we didn't realize that stayed with us. Okay. So now let's look at the next one. Here's another example. Negative, and our points are -3 and 6, -2 and 2. Now, on this one, we're going to do the same thing. We have, and in all of our choices, our slope was a -4, so we know that's going to be a -4. So we're just going to take our -3, 6, make one x1 and y1, and put that into our equation. So we've got y minus 6 equals a -4 parenthesis x plus 3. That becomes plus 3 because x here is a -3. So minus a negative is going to make that plus 3. For your second point, we have x minus 2, because this is a positive, equals a -4 parenthesis x plus 2, again, because that is a -2. Now, let's talk again about that third one. You can use either equation to get that y-intercept answer. So you don't have to do both equations because they're going to give you the same answer. So I wanted to do both of them just to kind of prove that. So I took y minus 6 equals a -4x plus 3. I used my distributive property. Then I broke my equation down just like I normally would. Got y by itself, so I got y equals a -4x minus 6. I did the same thing with our second point. Okay, so we took this point, I brought it straight down, worked out my equation, got the same exact answer. Okay, so if you need any more help, have Mom send me an email, and I'm hoping that a video helps. That way you could have a little bit more information. But let me know if you need any more help. The next quiz is kind of confusing because it still deals with this, but it deals with some with shading. But so if you need any help with that, I can make more. I can do another video or just send notes. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.